if you want to lose weight for the summer, it's too late for recomposition. Like if you're trying to recomp now, okay, you're gonna have a nice body next year. But if you want to make some decent leeway by Labor Day, you can do it, but it won't be a recomp vibe. Like you can drop the fat that you want to lose by Labor Day, but then you're going to have to build the muscle after Labor Day, like throughout the winter. So, in bodybuilding, a lot of people will bulk and then shred, but if you want, you could shred and then muscle bulk. I'm not advocating for anything healthy or rights or wrong or whatever. I'm just saying if you want to lose fat, this is the way it has to be. So you're not going to focus on getting to the gym, cutting your muscles 5 times a week, having really strong DOMs, because you're going to want to eat a lot of food. Like to burn all that energy in the gym, you're going to want to eat a lot. And the only way for you to lose fat by Labor Day is if you cut your calories. So you're going to have to put your muscle goals to the side. I know it's a recomp type of world for women, but this is where we're at. It's June, babe. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just stop focusing on heavy weightlifting. You're going to want to switch into maintenance mode. Maintenance mode is expending 50% less of the energy that you would if you were trying to really build muscle. You're going to want to reduce as much of that energy expenditure as possible, because right now our main focus is our calories in, calories out versus our basal metabolic rate. So you're going to have to go online and you're going to have to figure out your BMR. Like you're just going to have to go find a calculator. I don't know. I haven't done it in a while. I can't suggest one to you. But figure out your BMR. Say your BMR, let's just make it easy and say it's 1500. Say you, every 24 hours by living and breathing and just existing in your body, you burn 1500 calories. Okay, so now we know that you burn 1500 calories a day. We cannot eat more than that. Okay? Like you're gonna burn calories by walking, assuming that you're not bed rotting all day. If you're bed rotting, don't go over like 1,000. And it's gonna be hard, so you're gonna want, that's what I mean by maintenance. Like you're gonna want to walk, you're gonna want to do very light exercise, because now let's say you burn 500 calories within the 24-hour span. Now your BMR 1500 plus the 500 calories that you burnt, now you've successfully burnt 2,000 calories by just existing. Now when it comes to food, we are trying to cut our calories. If you want to lose fat, you are going to have to cut your calories. Now if you want to get it a little bit more in depth, we can break it down to macros. So you obviously don't want to lose that muscle that you've worked really hard to put on in Pilates and CrossFit and bar and whatever your Planet Fitness, whatever. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose it. It's gonna be hard, but you don't want to lose it. So you know what that means? Especially if you're a woman, you need protein within the first hour of waking up. You need 20 to 30 grams of protein. Now, don't ever think like, oh, I'm gonna cheat the system and I'm gonna eat 60 grams of protein in one sitting, babe. You can't digest more than 30 grams of protein at once. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm so sorry. It's not gonna work. We've all thought that before, okay? No, you got 30 grams that your body can digest in one digestion cycle. So you're gonna eat whatever you want within the first hour, whether that's a protein shake, protein with the coffee, a Greek yogurt with 2 hard-boiled eggs, or however you want to make your eggs, with the least amount of oil as possible. You're going to want a very simple lifestyle. You're going to want to simplify things as much as possible. So whether that's like microwaving your eggs if you want them scrambled in a coffee cup for 90 seconds so you don't have to use any oils or butters, and then you can just like put on some mayo, which is a really great fat, or some salt and avocado, okay, so boom. That's what I mean by breakfast. Like you're going to want a heavy protein breakfast, something light that you can have within the first 60 minutes of waking. I mean 90 if you're really not a morning person, but just try to, for women, your cortisol is highest in the morning, so you need to offset it with some protein. And not only you need to offset it with some protein, but you don't want to lose your muscles. So bodybuilders aim for 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of fat. So let's just say you are 150 pounds. Keeping it simple, you're going to want 100 to aim for 150 grams of protein. I'm not saying you need it. It's very hard to eat 150 grams, and you're not a bodybuilder. I would assume not, or else you would not be watching my video, and you know everything already. So throughout your day, you're not doing your heavy workouts. You're focusing on protein. Now, the next thing you need to focus on for your nutrition to stay underneath your BMR plus your daily calories that you burn, you're going to want to cut out as much processed food as possible. This is going to be very hard, but it's totally worth it. Like, if you're single, it's a lot easier, especially if like you're not working a 9 to 5 and you're out of the house 12 hours a day. I mean, I guess it could be simple. I don't know, whatever. You need to focus on whole foods. And when I say whole foods, I don't mean the grocery store, okay? I mean single ingredient items. I'm talking about sweet potatoes. I'm talking about rice. I'm talking about eggs. I don't know if yogurt is not a whole food, but yogurt. What else? I don't know. Vegetables, low carb fruits like berries, especially berries. Berries are packed with antioxidants and they're great for you. Watermelon is filled with a ton of water and it's very low calories. It'll fill you up really good, especially in the summer. So you're gonna want to stick to the whole food single ingredient items, because single ingredient items are going to fill you up. They're going to give you the nutrition that you need to stay full. When you eat processed foods, there's something about it. It makes you want more, and it doesn't fill you up. It doesn't give you any nutritional value. So the sweet potatoes, they're packed with fiber, and they're going to make you fuller longer. Okay, now you can dress up your sweet potato with some butter, get some fats in there, put some salt. It's gonna be really yummy with peas or mixed vegetables, zucchini and squash. I actually like the sweet potatoes with my eggs in the morning sometimes, or sweet potatoes with the ground beef, and that's it. Okay, next thing, especially if you eat meat. I didn't eat meat for like 7 years, so I get it. If this is your case, it's gonna be harder for you with the protein. If you don't eat meat, you're gonna have to rely on protein shakes numerous times a day if you don't eat meat. If you want to maintain your muscle while you are cutting body fat. Now, if you don't care about your muscle and you're like, oh, just, figure it out after I cut the weight, sure, eat whatever low protein you want. You're not going to stay as full longer and you're going to be more hungry and it's going to be harder for you, but do what you got to do. So the next thing is eating meat. Like, even if you just eat it alone, like when I was cutting fat, I would just eat a ribeye steak alone. I would grill a ribeye and I would just eat that by itself. So, yeah. I mean, I would even make vegetables by themselves and just eat them by themselves. The point is to eat as less as possible, but eat the highest quality foods that you can possibly eat. And then by Labor Day, you will definitely cut some fat. And then after Labor Day, you can work all winter long to build the muscle underneath it. It's definitely the opposite of a bulk and shred. This is a shred in bulk, but it works. It still works. I don't know. I did it last year and it worked for me. I was trying to recomp for years, and that's the only thing that worked for me, I swear.